Hello, everybody. Welcome to 235.
Okay.
I mean, you know what the show's called. It's in the title.
But what if the people we're speaking to don't have the benefit of sight, Casey? This is an audio podcast.
He has a
Hmm.
point. He does have a point.
We're all inclusive.
See,
People-
here's the thing about people that don't have sight. On phones and computers and things, they have narrator running. You might have heard of it. It reads things for them. You tried that shit with a guy that actually has to use this kind of thing every now and again. So, bit of a misstep. But,
How
yeah.
hard is it to get used to that sort of thing, Casey?
Very.
What?
Very.
That's what I thought you said. My sympathies.
Listen, Casey, there are no missteps when you're actively trying to be a dick.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm Casey, as you might have heard. And we are a little short-staffed this week, but we missed last week for the same reason, so we can't again. So, hi. We're three. There's me. There's Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Kenchi618, the top of the triumvirate of power on this week's episode of Fandom Flux.
I resent that.
I don't care.
I kick you from the call. Like, why wouldn't I after you say something like that?
Go for it.
I have to do a show. And patient D, to continue the joke from before. The rhyme.
Hello.
So, yeah, short on numbers. We don't have the luxury of not doing the episode for multiple reasons. One, because we missed it last week, and that's kind of a shitty thing to do when people pay us to do shows. And two, we haven't actually thanked people for paying us to do shows as far as we can tell this month. So, we should probably get on that. At some point during this episode, we'll get to that.
Yes. But, Casey, tell me, how can you say that we're short-staffed? We have 618 here. Like that, Kenshi, making you seem bigger than you are?
No?
I didn't think so. My apologies.
I'm confused. Alright,
Oh
so,
my.
Kenshi, tell people you're not dead.
Okay, I'm not dead. I missed last
Cool.
week because...
Thanks,
there was a
Kenchi.
hurricane. That's really all I need to say anyway about it.
Alright, Kenshi, do the thing. I'll stop being an asshole.
Okay, so there was a hurricane in the Mid-Atlantic region last week. You may have heard about it if you live in the Americas.
Or outside of it, if you have friends who are inside of it.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal. I was watching that fucking storm all of that week. I'm not gonna lie. I was very worried.
Yeah, so it kind of ripped its way through South Carolina and North Carolina and a little bit of Virginia, and all I got was a lot of rain. But that it stopped like right outside where I live, basically. So, yay.
It, like, if it hadn't turned as it had, you might have been in a little bit of trouble. But because it did, it's mostly cool for you, which is kind of... It's not good to say I'm kind of happy about it, because it hit a lot of other people otherwise. But I'm glad you're okay, Kenji.
Yay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being relieved that your friend is doing all right. I mean, obviously, we want to feel sorry. We want to have sympathies for the ones who aren't all right. But there's nothing wrong with feeling relief that the ones you care about are actually all right.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
So basically, for the most part, I was okay. I was good last week, but a lot of other places nearby weren't, and that meant lots of news. So I had to do 2 back-to-back 12-hour shifts, and the second 12-hour shift wound up being 13 hours, and that's why I ended up missing last week, because that cut into this. so I couldn't do this.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah. In other lighter news, I did a dumb thing yesterday. Would you like to guess?
Let me try. You fractured your knee.
No.
Let me guess. You tried to do a wrestling move that you rationally knew you probably shouldn't do, but did it anyway because you were high on adrenaline or because you were feeling froggy that day, and injured yourself doing so.
No. Patience closer, but you're both very off the mark.
Oh.
Okay, so
Well, like pattern recognition, but the pattern was wrong this time. Fair enough.
weapon training tip number 14.
Mm-hmm.
Do not, or repeat, do not practice bow staff spins outside when it's drizzling. You may lose your grip and hit yourself in the eye.
In the what?
The eye. And by eye, I mean eyeball.
Ow. I can imagine the pain. I am so sorry.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah. So this was like an hour before I was gonna go lay down for the afternoon, get up to work at night, and I was like, you know what? I was supposed to do this today, this staff training today, and I can't go outside because it's raining. Screw that. What's a little rain? You know? Who
A
cares?
little rain is a little.
So I went outside and everything was going cool for like 10 minutes, you know? And then all of a sudden I was doing a spin and went behind my back, and coming back to the front, I lost my grip, and I did the cardinal rule of dealing with weapons when you lose them. I looked in the direction of the weapon where I lost it, and I hit myself in the eyeball with the tip of the stick.
And now you have a bloodshot eye.
Yes. Yes, I
Tim,
do.
You're the tip of the stick. That's yeah.
Thank you.
It's me calling you a bell end. So
Yeah.
your wrestling persona has an eye patch now, right? That's the direction you need to go with this.
I mean, I contemplated it yesterday, but I was like, this is healed by the time I wrestle this weekend, so no eye patch.
By the way, Kenshi, that reminds me of something. Halloween is not too far away. October is pretty close. So, when that time comes, you need to dress up as Taiga Zadok.
Oh god.
I don't have money for a costume. But that is a tremendous idea. No one will get it though.
That will Goro
I think like a friend of mine will get it.
You could.
Less people will get that actually. No one I know plays Yakuza.
I'd get it. That I would appreciate it greatly. But even though you don't do things just for my appreciation. So that's fine.
Well, I do when they don't cost me money.
Yeah.
But I don't even look like him. I guess I could get like the wig, but I'm also black, and I'm also too broad to be Majima.
That's true. Yeah. Oh well.
Alright, so let's see. What else do I got going for me other than, surviving natural disasters and bludgeoning myself in the eye with a melee weapon?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, that over the past 2 weeks of how you could have gotten injured, you had a way better reason than the one you actually. Yeah.
Well, if there's one bright side at this, at least it didn't hit lower.
I mean, I've been hitting the nuts a bunch of times, so. Not that I'm advocating it or saying that it's fine to hit me in the nuts, people that may see me on the street. I'm just saying I'm accustomed somewhat to that kind of pain. Happens to me more than you think. Other than that, Platinum Spider-Man, because yay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, by the time I beat the game, I only had like the speed missions left to do, and or the speed missions left to like get gold in and getting all the costumes, which coincided with finishing the speed missions because I needed the tokens that came with the golds.
Yeah, I originally intended to 100% that game properly. And then I got to the whole, what was it, ultimate rank for those Taskmaster missions. And fuck that, basically. Is just, no. That's not worth my time. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I went back is because by the time I finished the game, I only have 2 trophies left to get to platinum. And as much as I didn't want to go back and do the time trial things, I had to. It was too close to just leave alone.
Worst part of getting the platinum for me was probably the crime times. I maintain there were too many of those. Like, one less category would have been fine.
Yeah. I finished those before I got to the final mission because I was like, if I don't do these now, I'm never gonna do them. Like,
yeah, same.
So I
didn't do the final mission until I'd cleared the map, basically.
Yeah, I just throw on some tunes and just cruise around town as Spider-Man for like an hour or so, doing all those things. Just turning my brain off to do them because at that point there was nothing new doing. Like, at least when you were just coming across them, going across the city, you were like, oh, that's a new kind of scenario.
Yeah.
But by the time we got to the end of the game, like, I'd seen all of it, so it wasn't fun anymore.
Oh, it's that one again, and I've already done all the sub-objectives, so it's just doing that one again. Alright, let's get this over with, kind of thing. And that's not what you want to be saying when you're playing a video game that's supposed to be entertaining you.
To be honest, it could have been way worse, all things considered.
It could have.
Things like that usually take longer, but...
I mean, I played the Amazing Spider-Man game, and that was not great.
Not amazing.
Yeah, for a very similar reason, is they got a bit enthusiastic about the crime times, and it's just not a fun diversion if there's not anything to go with it. In this game, there is, but only to a certain extent. Like, there are the scenarios, and each one has, like, the sub-objectives, which is cool as a thing to do, and if you just go for those every time, sometimes you're going to fail the mission, and that's cool. Like, go for gold, kind of thing. But once you've done those, there are still, like, 36 of the fucking things to do. That's not fun.
Yeah, I'm contemplating going back and let's playing it.
And what?
And let's playing it. I might do it if I have the time. It's all a matter of time.
Like the time it takes me to actually subtitle the works, which I need to get around to doing.
I'm telling you, you don't have to do that.
That was entirely a self-designated task. I had nothing to do with you doing those. No one... You could just not do that if you wanted to. That's fine.
I mean, it's hilarious.
We appreciate it, but...
The thought that you transcribed my vulgar shouting at Crash Bandicoot is hilarious to me, but you don't have to do that.
I know I don't have to do that, but
especially the third one especially. I'm pretty sure I go off on that one.
Note to self, watch the third one.
Well, I'll have to see about finishing the second one pretty quickly then. By the way, Kenshi, that offer to see about getting you other games to Let's Play still stands, if you're interested.
Yeah, I appreciate it. If I get the time to, it's all a matter of me working out when I can do things.
Yeah.
Because there's no set time for me to actually sit down and enjoy myself because I'm doing stuff all the time. So it's really rare if I get to sit down and like, oh, I have like 3 good hours. I could probably get some Let's Play stuff in here for the channel. It's rare that I get that much time to myself.
Except when we're recording, of course.
Yeah, but I've squared that away already.
Yeah, designated recording time that's
Yeah.
scheduled. We know it's happening, and if he's not there for it, he gets a little irked.
Sorry.
I'm mostly kidding. But to bring it back to Spider-Man, what did you think of the plot?
I loved it.
Yeah?
I thought it was great. Like, that is how a Spider-Man plot should run. It felt like a friend of mine put it a certain way. Like, it felt like you were jumping in like to a season 2 or 3 of like of a series, where like, yeah, there was already parts of the story told, like the whole Kingpin thing. Like, you've been fighting Kingpin forever and trying to put him away, and by the time you get in there, it's the final takedown part of Kingpin.
Yep.
But like, it wasn't enough to leave you on an island if you hadn't been there for that, or if you didn't know what you were doing. It introduced people to you.
Like, it established that a lot of the villains have already happened, even if they don't appear on screen at any point. Like, the Lizard is a thing that's acknowledged to have happened. Mysterio is a thing to have happened. And all of the villain plots, like, there were a lot, but they got the important ones and spent the most time on those, which is the right call. Don't waste 3 hours on fucking Rhino because no one cares.
Yeah. They built the major villains in this like a Netflix Marvel series, honestly, because they had the Negative Man build. All throughout that, they were building to the formation of Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
And like the mid-series holy shit moment was the Sinister Six come together.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, at the very least, they made one very bold story choice. Right at the end of the game, Ken.
I can guess one of two things that you're going for here.
To my knowledge, outside of a certain storyline that may have been adapted into a film, it's something that hasn't actually happened in the comics. Like, it happened, but under very different circumstances and was retconned away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gosh.
that was bold, and I like the way they implemented it because it really ties the whole character together. That's the entire point of Spider-Man, and I appreciate that they put a narrative through line through this story, still tying it back to the origin story that everyone already knows, great power, great responsibility, and all that. And they put all that together.
Yeah,
And tested it. And that's, that's the important part of a character-defining motto, is you have to test them on it. And that's what it did. So...
yeah, sorry, we're not going to actually say it because it's
spoilers,
spoilery.
obviously. Yeah, it's the only thing that's a thing that I really worry about spoiling.
Because it's kind of a gut punch.
Yeah. So, yeah, that. I look forward to their next game. I hope this becomes a Spider-Man franchise, and just becomes another setting for Spider-Man.
Yeah, there's still so many villains left.
Yep.
You can do whatever with it. And you can even if you feel ballsy, you can even throw Miles in there as well.
Well, that, like I say, we're talking around the one thing I don't want to spoil. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, Miles Morales is Spider-Man also by the end of this game. Go figure. They put him in the game and, it turns out his whole thing is actually in the game. Who knew? Yeah. So
yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think that's all I got for now.
Cool. Well, here's the thing. We already talked about the thing that I had to talk about this week. So, I guess D&D is still going good. We've recorded 4 episodes. Episode 3 will be coming out this week. Stuff happens, and stuff also happens the week after. So, yeah, it's good fun. I enjoy doing it. Also, we have music on the show now, because that was a thing we couldn't do in the first episode because it was set up to use copyrighted music, and we can't do that, which was my big downer for that whole first recording session, was, hey, we can't do this, sorry. So, that's fixed. So, I had a little bit of atmosphere in the background, which is nice. But that's pretty much it for me. So, Patient, what have you been doing for the past 2 weeks?
Well, job searching for one. I've made my impressions clear about my current job.
Yeah. Not down with the selling.
Not down with the selling and not down with the overly enthusiastic selling.
Yeah. But I got a phone interview earlier, local credit union. So hopefully they'll be interested enough to call me back for a face-to-face interview.
Cool.
Yeah. A welcome relief from yesterday. It is not pleasant dealing with unsatisfied customers. It is not pleasant dealing with rushes so bad that you need to skip lunch and leave late. It's not pleasant getting continuously slammed with customers who have large cash transactions when you're trying to end the day. It is exceptionally unpleasant for all of these to happen on the same day, which also happens to be a Monday. So, that's how yesterday went.
I'm sorry.
So I am very much hoping that the new job pans out well.
Fingers crossed for you, buddy. Oh, you gave me so many bad flashbacks.
Aside from that, the day before yesterday, I found something out from my girlfriend. Exactly why things are just taking a while between us. I'm sworn to secrecy about it, but let's just say...
Let's not.
Let's just say...
Patient. Sworn to secrecy, let's not test the waters, shall we?
Yeah,
it's
probably best.
If you want to talk in, vague terms outside of it, like just with us, then maybe. But not on public forum. Fair enough. He didn't actually say anything about it for clarity's sake. Just an expressing of emotions that it provoked. That's all. So.
Yeah, I really didn't see the harm in saying that, but yeah, your choice.
I'm just trying to watch out for you, dude.
Appreciate it. Aside from that, I was recently made aware that Amazon Prime... Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Amazon Prime?
Allows you to watch a broader spectrum of shows than our other available subscriptions do, like Hulu and Netflix. As such, I've been watching several episodes of a show called Psych. Familiar with it?
Oh, yeah. That's a good show.
Yes, James Roday.
Yeah. A good number of parts that make me cringe, but I still love the show.
I loved... Oh, what's his... Is it Doolittle?
Dule, I believe.
Yeah, Doolittle. He's I liked him a lot in The West Wing. He was really good in that, and he is just as good in Psych. He is a really good performer.
And they have a lot of in-jokes there. There was one episode where they were dealing with a lot of digging. There was digging involved. Hold on. Sorry.
Thanks for muting.
And they were saying Sean, played by James Roday, was trying to reference a certain movie starring Shia LaBeouf that had to do with a lot of
Holes.
Yeah. And the thing is, Gus, played by Dule Hill, couldn't figure it out. He just kept guessing the wrong film. Why? Because he was in Holes.
Oh, okay. Out of curiosity, did he ever guess actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf? Because that would be a deep cut of a reference.
Oh god, that's right. He was in Holes. Why do I not remember this? Oh. Yes.
It was a good show.
Yeah. Went for 8 seasons and finished strong, I'd say.
I think they're making another Psych movie.
They made a Psych movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't object to it. Just a few specials here and there. The series had a good run. It's finished, and if they want to revisit it now and then, I don't see a harm in it as long as they do it right. Just as long as they don't... never mind. So, yeah, I've been mostly doing that with the Amazon Prime subscription. Might look into other shows later.
Amazon Prime is a surprisingly good service.
Yes.
A little... You can be a little shaky on some of their practices, and we'll see how that shakes out. But, yeah. Amazon Prime, free next day delivery, awesome. I'm shilling a little bit, but this just... I have Amazon Prime, and it's really fucking good. And the video service is good depending on where you are. I guess yours has more content than mine does. And the whole connection to Twitch thing, where you can subscribe to a channel for free, which is kind of nice. So, yeah.
Sponsor us, Amazon Prime.
I mean, they could, but I think they have better options, frankly. But, hey, I wouldn't say no.
You know what, Amazon Prime? We don't even cost that much. Like, we'll show you at the beginning and end of every episode. Just, like, give us $5 and a ham sandwich, and we're...
I could go for a ham sandwich.
Let's hurry up and finish this episode that we Aside from that, browsing a few videos, and something in this one that I've just posted, aside from the entertainment of the bashing and the sudden aversion to touch anything by this company, made me look into a clip from the Persona series, which now has me suddenly a lot more interested in getting a Persona game.
You're going to have to tell me because I can't watch the video. So,
it was from Persona 5. Some guy... Would you recognize the name?
Yes.
Okay. If I can just... I never can remember it. Persona 5.
Yeah, we played that game back to back. You even have a slight allusion to who this character is.
I've watched 3 separate people let's play that game.
Kanashiro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Money guy.
Shadow. Yeah. Him. Just has him as he's transforming as the transition from this video. Portraying him as an apparently accurate representation of the company.
Yeah. Yeah. That's...
We are all ATMs to EA.
Mm-hmm. And he is a giant money-grubbing fly that has a giant metal piggy bank that he uses to literally run over people. Yep, I cannot think of a more, I won't say elegant metaphor, but it's an apt one. A bit on the nose, a little on the little piggy snout, but that's fine. It's accurate, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
And comfortably so.
I love Persona 5 now even more.
Yeah.
And now I think the last thing of any significance to note is,
Mm-hmm.
well, a couple of things. First, well, technically 3 things, but one of them I want to keep on the download. For the second, I've been playing more of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I've beaten Terra's story, though not 100%, and now I'm on to Ventus. So,
Cool.
partway through there, and you don't sound very enthusiastic, Casey.
That's the game I'm getting back to, and I'm not especially looking for. I've still the skill combining thing just is cumbersome, but I've gotten used to it.
Fair enough. Now, what was the last thing? Oh, right. New chapter of This Bite's coming along relatively slowly. Zomniac is back in college, so inspiration and time are in shorter supply. Though we've just realized something that's going to add a lot more jokes to the coming chapter. As you know, have you read the most recent chapter?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
that was a yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, as you know, they're heading to Skelter Bites.
Yes.
What are those initials?
Sorry?
What are those initials? Yeah, Zomniac realized that yesterday. We're going to have fun with it.
So is it going to be SBSBS? Is that what's going on?
Oh, yes, it is. They mentioned that exact phrase. Yes.
So you're saying yes will be SBSBS?
Yes.
I'll stop now. So it's probably for the best.
I could go all day. Alright. In any case, though, that's pretty much my week. Well, aside from one thing that Kenji, I'd actually like your input on. Last week when I was lifting weights, I was struggling to lift the same amount that I lifted the previous week. This week I was able to lift 10 pounds more on each machine with relative ease.
Well, at some point your progress stalls. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try to go further than that. Like it's a normal thing. That's normal.
Yeah,
not to mention just having good and bad days, like whether you rested enough, whether you've eaten right, all that stuff.
There are lots of variables. Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I'm really done now. Casey, take it.
I'm sure there should be something else I can talk about. There has to be.
Yeah. I updated a chapter of Extraordinary Times in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, that's a thing. You're gonna talk about that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good story. Oh, that was it. Seen this Booette thing on the internet?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Do I want to?
To explain it in very brief, there is I think it's a port of New Super Mario Bros. U coming to, I don't know whether it's Switch or 3DS, it's not important. But in it, Toadette is a character, and there is a power-up she can get that turns her into Princess Peach. One enterprising fan artist decided, a power-up that turns you into Peach. What if I gave it to Bowser? And as ProZD put it, they made it fucky. It is that the internet is now flooded with lewd fan art of Lady Bowser and Lady Chain Chomp and Lady Boo and basically anything that is just an enemy in Mario has now been turned into a Peach-alike
Which,
kind of character template.
Like, I'm kind of surprised it hadn't already happened, given that this is the internet we're talking about. But yeah, it kind of came out of like nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
kind of exploded.
I mean, I kind of want to look up the best of the best. Like, there was a fucking... I love the Chain Chomp one. It's just fantastic. Let me just try and find it. Oh god, there was the one for the Boo that someone did a cosplay of, which was amazing.
Like, it happened so fast. Like,
Yeah.
Were you
like,
waiting on this, internet?
I have not seen a zeitgeist of fan works like this ever, now that I think about it. Like, fucking Earth-chan and Google-chan and all that stuff. No, it was nothing compared to this flood of works created by people just based on this one image. God,
on the one hand, I'm slightly impressed, but on the other hand, it's like I'm kind of like, really?
there it is. Like, there's one for Waluigi where he puts on the crown that's the power up and it just disappears. It's like, no. And there's the Chain Chomp one. That's just adorable. Also, those teeth are scary.
Makes me think of the protagonist from No Matter How I Look at It, It's Your Fault.
Yeah, I can see that. Sharper teeth. Bigger boobs. And also wearing a big froofy dress, which doesn't seem like her style. But yes, aside from that, yes. God, there's so many.
Perhaps.
Sorry?
Moving on, perhaps?
I mean, I kind of want to find that other thing I saw while I was scrolling through and share that with Patient. But I've lost it already, so that's... never mind. Yeah.
You bear in mind, Casey, I handled Icon better than you. So...
That's fair.
Remember that my patience is greater than dislike for fans.
He wasn't offended by the vulgarity of Icon. He was offended by how...
I mean, he also refused to comprehend the part where I told him that they were 12. But
yeah,
that's understandable. Oh, there it is. Found the thing.
Steve Patient just bought him time.
There you go. It's not even lewd, it's just someone in a Boo cosplay.
Yeah, that's just a little odd more than anything else.
Still kind of cute, though.
I'll admit that.
Yeah. So, that... I'm not gonna lie. It was a really cool thing that happened. I love it when someone comes up with an idea and it just floods the world with creativity. That's fantastic. I love that.
I will agree with that.
Kenji, for better or worse, you kind of did this also with the whole Donzo fic thing. So.
Yeah.
So
I kind of did.
I mean, some are better than others, and we may just be getting inundated with all the best, and there's a lot of crap also, but that doesn't matter. If it's something that inspires people, it doesn't matter whether it inspires good or bad. It's just... inspiration is a good thing regardless. So, it's pretty cool. Oh, also, this whole thing has jumped Nintendo's stock price by 2 points.
Good for them.
I'm not joking. Since this thing started, it shot up. They didn't even do anything.
Don't act like Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing. Nintendo knows exactly what they're doing. They know what they did.
They're leaving luck to heaven. That's what they're doing.
All right. Recommendations. I actually have one, so...
Not I, unfortunately.
Oh, sad face.
Not really.
Spider-Man.
Really?
I mean, you played Spider-Man, so that could be a recommendation. I don't know.
But that was weeks ago. It just doesn't seem fair.
All right. All right. My recommendation, I do have another recommendation for next week, so that's nice, is a fic by our very own Ex Nativo, Ninty, Minty, whatever the hell he's calling him. Which one is he now? The fucking Discord names are changing so often, it's ridiculous. Ninty. Currently he's Ninty on the Discord, but he's also Ex Nativo on Space Battles. And he wrote a self-insert fic where he is Mineta from My Hero Academia.
Tough draw.
Yep. Minty is already kind of misanthropic, so adding the self-loathing that comes from being Minoru Mineta, yeah, it's kind of a dark comedy of him just trying to do anything to make him as not Mineta as possible.
Nativo excels at the black comedy genre, I think.
Yeah. He's quite good at it.
And I want to see him take on Dante.
That's okay.
Comedy is what I was getting at.
Yeah, I got that. I'm not sure that... Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, he is Mineta from birth, and you see his parents, and his mum disappears for some reason, and his dad is adult Mineta, basically.
I guess someone has to be.
Yeah. So that's where he gets it from. And it hasn't gotten very far because I don't know. It hasn't gotten very far so far, but it updated recently, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Worth a look, even with the 2 chapters it has now. So, yeah. That's my recommendation. That's pretty much all I got.
Right.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how much power I have.
I do have allergies, but I'm super. Oh shit, that's right. I went outside yesterday. Fuck. All right. So, Patreon, patrons. See, this is why Zero does this now. He's better at it than I. So, like I say, as far as we can tell, we haven't done thank yous for the patrons from last month. We're not sure.
But why not just do it again anyway?
Yeah, like, I checked, and I couldn't find it in the previous couple of episodes, which, you know, there could only have been 2 this month that it could have been, and it wasn't in either of them that I saw, so we're going to do it again if we've already done it. If we haven't, we're doing it now. Sorry, it's kind of late in the month, but things happen. Hurricanes and...
blazers and lasers and tasers and all kinds
of lasers, yeah. I wanted to watch Dodgeball recently. I don't know why. I forget why. It just I had a craving for Dodgeball.
Because it's good, and you think of one line, and you think.
That was why. It's someone posted the fucking "It's a bold move, Cotton. See if it pays off" meme, and that's. Yeah. All right. So, Ethan F. donated $10. Dollaroos, I apologize. Zero put Dollaroos in the thing, even though you're American, but, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks. I was suddenly very thrown off by the fact that he put Dollaroos. Yeah, thank you, Ethan F. Tropa, you donated $5. Thank you, Tropa.
You're cool, bro.
Yeah.
Alexis Santana.
That's what it says. I'm not sure whether that's someone who we know's real name, which I don't like to say without permission, but we'll go with it. Alexis Santana donated $3.5. Thanks, Zero, for that.
$3.50.
Yeah.
$3.50.
$3.5. Bomber BCM, hey, what's up, dude? Donated $1. Greek Guy donated $1. Max Stool donated $1. Thank you, people. You're awesome. Yay. Crossbrain donated $10. Thank you, Crossbrain. Yes.
Thank you.
And Exnativo donated $7. And that's why I recommended his start. No, it's not true.
We don't do that here.
No.
Unless you're Amazon Prime.
But, yeah, so Exnativo donated $7. Thank you, dude. I think... no, you've donated before. I thought... Yeah, I was confused. Yeah. Donated before. We owe you a guest spot still, and you keep forgetting to actually... Like, I've reminded him, like, last week, and he keeps forgetting to... Anyway. So, thanks to everyone that donated. I'd say it keeps the lights on, but it's more like it keeps our computers and microphones and shit running. So, thank you. It's helpful and kind of important. So, thanks, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much for your patronage.
That's pretty much it, I guess. This podcast. We managed a good 45 minutes. Good for us. That's almost like a regular episode sometimes. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, in fairness, we had things to talk about a little bit, so that's... Yeah.
Yes, life did occur.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's weird. I don't like it. So I guess we do the outro then.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks for listening to the 235. I want to see how long it takes me to have to actually say the title of the channel or the podcast or anything.
I told you, you're affecting our viewing impaired viewers/listeners.
If you'd like to get into contact with us, you can do so through
the YouTube channel through the comments. I don't know whether he actually cut out there or if he just cut himself off for my benefit. Or just expected me to cut him off and get shirty. I don't know. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. We also have a public Discord. Link in the description. Once again, thanks for listening to 235. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Until next time, everyone.
How do you think people would feel if I was to change the name of the show to Pepper?
They'd say, why is the Swedish chef from like Sesame Street running this now?
All right then. Are we clear?